reception, welcome back to part 2 of our PE. So you have just put your beanbag on different parts of your body and you've moved that body part in a controlled way to try to make sure the beanbag didn't fall. Well done. Now this time what we're going to be doing is using the beanbag on a part of our body and also to move, so it's even harder. So to start off with, what I'm going to do is put my beanbag on my head like that, and I'm going to walk around my room. So I'm having to walk a little bit more carefully than usual, try and keep my balance. There we go. Now I'd like you to have a little go and make sure that you're looking to where there might be things that you're going to knock into to make sure that you're nice and safe. Okay, so put your beanbag or your tea towel, whatever you've got, on your head and have a go at moving around, just walking for now, and see if you can keep the beanbag on your head. Super job. Now, I wonder if we can walk in different ways. So in the beginning of this lesson, we moved in different ways around our room. So one thing that we did was we walked sideways. So let's see if we can walk sideways with the beanbag on our head. So I'm being really careful that my back is nice and straight. I might even start putting my arms out to make sure that I'm nice and balanced. And I'm going to keep on looking at the spot at the back of the room so that I'm nice and balanced to make sure my head doesn't wobble. Because if my head starts to wobble, my beanbag falls on the floor. So I'd like you to have a go now, reception, with me. Get your beanbag or whatever you've got on your head. I'm going to walk sideways. So you can put your arms out if you like. Nice and controlled. Looking ahead. Fantastic. Well done. Now, at the beginning of this lesson, we walked on our heels, on our tiptoes, and we even walked backwards. Now, I'd like you to have a go. I've still got my beanbag on my head. I'd like you to have a go with your beanbag on your head and moving in different ways, just like we did in our lesson, just like we did in the first part of our lesson. As a challenge, you could even try and balance it on a different part of your body and move around. Oh, mine's slipping off already. And move around with it on a different part. So you could even put it on your hand and you could start walking backwards with it on your hand. Have a little go at seeing how well you are developing your balance skills. Off you go. Well done, reception. My favourite one was when I put it on my hand like this and I walk backwards. I'm going to have a go. I walk backwards. Fantastic. Even when I was backwards, I still had my arms out to the side and I was still looking at the point at the back. Super job. We are remembering all the things that we need to do to keep our balance. Now what we're going to do, reception, we need to get our things that you are going to put on the floor. So I'm going to get my hoops and my cones. Now you're going to be using different things. So you might be using cushions on the floor, you might be using some books, might be using some teddies. So you might need to get your helper now so he can help you to put some things out on the floor. So I'm putting some hoops. Make sure that you can see them. There's my red hoop. We've got my green hoop there. My yellow hoops there. I'm going to have some of my cones around as well. So you can make sure that you're putting things in your room so that you can move onto them and you can move around them. So you can pause the video now to set up the room that you're in so it looks a little bit like mine with whatever it is that you've got. Super job. Now you need to get your beanbag or whatever it is that you are balancing on your head or on other body parts. So what we're going to have a go at doing is we're going to put our beanbag first of all on our head, and we're going to, every time you come to your pillow, your cushion, you're going to stand on top of it and then stand off it. So I'm going to go use my hoops in a similar way. So I'm going to stand into my hoop, and then I've got to go out. So when I do that, what am I doing to my legs? That's right, I'm having to lift my knees up to climb in. You'll have to lift your knees up to climb on. That makes balancing a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to make sure that I remember to have my arms stretched out And I'm going to make sure that I'm looking really, really carefully at where I'm going. Now, I might sometimes have to move my eyes from that point at the back, but I'm not going to. If I look down, it's going to fall off. So I'm going to have to be really careful that I can slowly move my body. Now, you might need your helper to tell you what's on the floor near you so that you don't fall over. So make sure you've got your helper with you for this part of the video. Now, I've got some cones. Now, you might have some books as cones. When we have a cone, we're going to have to go around it. So I'm going to go around my cone. And if you feel your beanbag fall off, that's okay. Just reposition it back on and get your balance again. All right then, so what we're going to do now is have a go at moving round our obstacle course. I'm going to have a little go first, and then you're going to pause the video and you're going to have a little go as well. Are we ready? So here I am, I'm having a little look, I'm keeping my head still, but I'm moving my eyes down to try and see. I'm going to move my legs up to get into my hoop. My arms are staying by my side. Climb out. Oh, I can see a hoop over here. A cone. I'm going to go around my cone and into my yellow hoop, out of my yellow hoop, into my red hoop, out of my red hoop. I'm going to go around my yellow cone. Fantastic. So I'd like you, reception, to pause the video and you're going to have a little go at doing your obstacle course. Now, as an extra challenge, what you can do is see if you can move in different ways. So you might want to try and do it on your heels. You might want to do it on your tiptoes. And that all means that you have to work extra hard to keep your balance. You might then want to put your beanbag on different parts of your body. Maybe you could put it on your shoulder. Maybe you could go back on your hand. So have a little go at moving around your obstacle course with your beanbag or your tea towel balanced on different parts of your bodies. Have a go now. Reception, super job. You have done the most amazing job today at moving around and balancing your beanbag or your tea towel, whatever you're using, on your body. Let's see if we can remember what we need to do to stay balanced. What do I need to do with my feet? That's right, we keep them flat on the floor. Sometimes we might want to challenge ourselves and go up on our tiptoes or up on our heels, and that's okay. If we've got really good at developing our balancing skills, we might want to do that. But most of the time, we keep our feet flat on the floor. What do I do with my eyes? That's right, I have to keep looking at that point in front of me and not get distracted with what's going on around me. Well done. And what can I do with my arms that will help me? That's right, I can put my arms out to the sides. Super, super, super job, reception. Now, really quickly, as I warm down, what I'd like us to do is I'd like us to make our arms go floppy. So I'd like you to imagine that you are a tree blowing in the wind. The wind's going really slowly, and your arms are the branches. Now the wind's going a little bit faster. Well done. Now your whole tree trunk is slowly blowing in the breeze. Well done. And then gradually the wind is stopping. You can relax. Super job, reception. Really proud of how you've done with your balancing today. See you next time for our next PE lesson. Bye.